Hey everyone. In doing this series, I realized that I never have shown off my library. I've never shown off my Star Wars library, and it's interesting because for a channel that's called that, I've never shown it. So I figured, well, this would probably be a good supplement episode to throw out. As I continue to write my bullet points and scripts and notes for the next actual review in the series. I figured let's go ahead and do that. Let's take you on a tour and show you around. So, what you're seeing is pretty much the library or the bulk of it. Most of what I have of Star Wars, aside from this, is put away just because, as you do when you have kids, you have to kind of make room and life changes. So I think the missus and I, because we share this kind of home office here, I think eventually we will, when we move, we will be looking for more space because she's a teacher, and so she has stuff the way that she wants, and then I am my passionateness or whatever here. So when that happens, I guess we'll show it. And you've probably seen the evolution of the space changing in the reviews, but we'll get there eventually. So let me show you a few of the things that I do have out that's not literary related, but then we'll jump into the actual Star Wars, media content here. So this is a cool piece that she got me, or the missus got me, I should specify. So up here, I've got some autographs from people in Star Wars. For example, here is Hayden Christensen. We have got Mark Hamill and Ian McDiarmid there. And then over here, I have to get these hung up, but by these canvas paintings here, I've shown this. I've got Dave Dorman's on this print here, which is nice. And this Obi-Wan Kenobi poster, the reason it's framed is because I got the man himself, George Lucas, to have that signed. So I was very, very blessed to get that. So I was very, very thankful to get George Lucas's signature. So that was really cool. Up here, there's just a few other things, like the Star Wars Unleashed figures are very, very, very cool for being plastic figures. I think they're pretty cool. The Darth Malgus, this one is from the collector set of the game, so this is not, that's not an Unleashed figure. A few other doodads here, and then back there is the Lava Reflection Anakin figure. And then we've got the first Black Series figure being Pilot Luke, and then the Jaina and Revan up there. I don't really collect figures anymore. I did as a kid, and then obviously I picked these guys up. There's the A New Hope poster. I do have the other 5 movies, but they are not framed, so if I can only pick one, I was going to do the one that's framed, and the one that started it all, so there's that one. And then these are from Disney. These are the Galaxy's Edge lightsabers that I have. So I have Luke, the Anakin Luke, and then the Darth Vader. And there's actually a blade that goes into these, and the blade actually knows its blade color. So I only had to buy one blade, which is cool. You could get 2, I guess, if you wanted to duel, but I mean, I'm not going to swing these around. These are mainly for display purposes, but they're very, very nice. The only downside is I think they're a little bit thicker than real lightsabers, but they're still pretty nice. So let's go ahead and I will show you the comic books, and then we'll tackle the shelves. All right, so the comic books are actually in another room. I have 6 long boxes of books here. I used to be buying comic books like crazy in high school and college, and then life happened, and it was kind of like, just needed to stop. But yeah, so I have 6 boxes, and it took me a minute. I have these out because I was trying to figure out where the heck the Star Wars were in this, and I actually ended up writing on them. There was some J in here, but now the bulk of this box, pretty much, there's a few things here, but pretty much all of this is Spider-Man, particularly Amazing Spider-Man. And then in here, I thought, okay, it's Star Wars, is in here. And it is, but then it's like more Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular, pretty much all Spider-Mans, because he's my favorite. So most of the Star Wars books I have are in trade. So okay, there we go. But I do have some singles in here. So we start, of course, with Dawn of the Jedi. Here's Lost Tribe of the Sith. There's the Jedi Quest adaptation there. There's Clone Wars. Darth Maul. Free Comic Book Day. There's Purge books. Oh, yep, all the Darth Vader miniseries in singles. Good grief. Some of them are okay, but I wasn't a huge fan. There's some Dark Times there. Tales from Mos Eisley. Here is the beginning of the New Hope adaptation from '76. I've shown these in the review, so if you want to see the individual issues, go check it out. Most of my Marvel stuff is in trades. I thought about getting them, but it's too much. Too much money, and I don't want to do it. So I'm happy with what I have. Oh, this is the Dark Horse, but this wasn't even canon to Legends, so yeah. There's some Empire there. Oh, River of Chaos. I've talked about that. The Valentine story. Did I miss one? Oh, more Empire. There's Empire Strikes Back, the adaptation. Shadows. There's Return of the Jedi. There's 108. Dark Empire 1. Dark Empire 2. There's Empire's End. Yep. There's Crimson Empire 2. All of them are in here, but I got Dave Dorman to sign those. And then all of Invasion. Here's the first one. There's still the first one. Jeez. There's Rescues and Revelation. So that's, yes, because I have all Legacy and Trade. Okay, cool. Well, yep, there are the comics. The rest are Marvel, DC, Image, IDW, Dark Horse, and a whole bunch of other things. Okay, let's get now to the bookshelf. Or bookshelves. So this is the bulk of the collection here. It is similar to Matt's. And I mean, he knows this. I told him this when I first met him. It was very inspired by that, and I like the layout. I like the chronological orderness of it. There's magazines in here. There's novels, comics, short story, like a whole bunch of different things. So it's all in chronological order. And I guess we'll go through it. So obviously you start at Dawn of the Jedi and you work your way down. So let's go. I'll try and go a little bit slow here so everyone can see it. I mean, I'm not going to pull every single thing out because it would take too long. And I mean, a lot of this stuff people know, so I'm not going to, repeat a lot of other things. If I do have a paperback version of a hardback book, that is because there is a short story in it that I needed. My preference has always been hardback, but I will get paperback if that's the only version that was ever printed, or if it has bonus content. So in this case, Shadowhunter has, there's a short story in it. And most of the stuff I have does not have the Legends banner. Some things, because most of the stuff I got as it came out or prior to the 2014 reboot. So like Darth Plagueis is one that has Legends. If I ever find the hardback version of this, I will replace it. And that one wouldn't have it. But I'm not opposed to the Legends banner. I think some people have said, and I agree, it's kind of the stamp of quality. So, and to me, if I can support it, I can. But again, most of the stuff I just got as it came out. It's going through here. I was happy to have the majority of the Star Wars Adventure series. These I got as a kid. I got it at the Scholastic Book Fair, but I didn't subscribe to it. My parents never did, so I had to get these later. I think I'm only missing the third one. And then I think I'm missing one of the Episode 1 adventures as well. So those are some of the little things that I'm still looking for. So there's clones. Drop down here. Magazines, books. There's a lot of comics here. Abel J. Pena's Skywalkers in hardback, which is nice. Here's something, and maybe someone can answer this in the comments, but I could have sworn when I first read this book, when it first came out, my library had a copy of it in middle school, and that was the first time I read it. So I read it there before I bought it. And I could have sworn there was the prologue by George Lucas in the hardback version, because that's what it was. And this version of it that I bought doesn't have it. So hence why there's the paperback. Plus there's a short story. I think it's Equipment by Matthew Stover. Yes, Equipment by Matthew Stover is in here, another short story. So I don't know. Maybe it was put in later hardbacks. Maybe it was taken out, or maybe it wasn't there at all and I'm just remembering it wrong. I don't know. Here is the Celebration 5 exclusive, Tales from the Clone Wars. All the webcomic season 1 were put in here. It does have the posters in it as well. Yeah, I do have the posters in there. And it's actually signed by some of the creators. So some more stuff here. Boobity boobity boop. Let's see, there's Jedi Healer, the second one at least. Dang, I need to put more stuff on here. They're all falling over. Jeez. Okay. Over here. Going in here, yeah, I mean, there's not, I guess a whole lot. Ooh, here is the first, here's the Imperial Troop Transport comic book. I have that whole thing. Chris Nelson told me about that. He said it was on eBay for a decent price, so I jumped on and picked that up. It actually has the instruction manual, too, in it for the guide, but I've talked about this, too. Some more things there. All right, time to move up here to the second shelf. More stuff here. There's all the newspaper stuff here. Dark Forces, it's the manual, it's read like a story, or it reads like a story, similar to the TIE Fighter and X-Wing guides. The manual reads like a story, so that's why it's up here. More magazines, Empire's Rebellion, Splinters in there. There's those. I do have the little golden books that are a little bit tricky to find. There's Meltdown, and then I have Adventures in Beggar's Canyon. This is one I might talk about one day. I do have all the Choose Your Own Adventures for the original trilogy. I loved these. I read these in middle school all the time, and I read them so much. I would just read, like, I wouldn't even follow, like, turn to this page or whatever. I would just read it in order and read all the different, pages and all the different, outcomes and things, because I'd gotten them so much. These are hardcore S-canon, so maybe I'll talk about them one day I don't know if I'll do it in a chronology, maybe another supplement. We'll see if anyone has any interest in hearing about those. Let's see, there's Shiny as a droid. I'd love to get Fuzzy as an Ewok, but dadgummit, every time I see it online, it's crazy expensive. This one's not. I don't understand why the Ewok one is so expensive. But anyways, there's Return of the Jedi down here. The Epic collections, I will say, are fantastic. If anyone ever wants to have a good way to support Legends and get a lot of the Dark Horse stuff, these are great ways to do it. Decently priced, and you get a lot of books. There's Heart of the Jedi there. I would love to get this in hardback one day, but I got it in paperback. Every time I see it in hardback, it's crazy expensive. Again, more so than the other ones. I don't know why, but I don't know. Maybe one day, but I'm content having it. Even though hardback's my preference, I'm not going to break the bank to get hardback. I'm not. There's X-Wing here. I desperately want to replace some of these. These have seen a lot of love by me. I do have all of these, the Jedi Prince series individually, but I only have the collection, or the second omnibus collection, so I'd like to find the first one. We'll come on down here. There's the Thrawn trilogy. There's those. Carrying on. Ooh, I did find that. Here's a newer acquisition. I did get the Black Fleet Crisis trade paperback. Found that half-price books for $10, which I thought was a steal. And it's in great shape, too. I mean, it's a little bent here, but for the most part, it's in great shape. So I snagged that puppy up. So happy to have that. There's the Adventure Journals. Come on down here. I only have the second arc. I have the Young Jedi Knight series, obviously, and then I have the second arc in singles. I do have several of the singles from the first arc, not the second, or the third, pardon me. I have them all here, so I hope to find the omnibus of these eventually. So there's the second arc, and then this is the first book, but it's the first press holographic cover, but I have it here because it fits in with those. And my buddy got that signed for me by Kevin J. So my best friend, who we discovered these books together. So big fans of Jason and Jaina. Then we get into NJO, which is fantastic. Come on down here. Let's see. There's my copy of Supernatural Encounters. Almost done with it. Almost. But it's really good. I'm digging it. My beloved Legacy of the Force series. I have some of them in hardback. I would love to get all of them, but again, super expensive. But I'm happy to have the ones that I have. Like, I found these in hardback, and so I was happy to get those. This is my own version, not to be confused with Matt's. Probably should have come up with a better name or a more original name, but whatever. This is a collection of stories, so none of his stuff is in here. This is all stuff that I had that I wanted in print. It was, again, heavily inspired and based on his. But there's also, I think, 2 stories in here that I did. So I don't know. Maybe I'll release those one day. We'll see. But those are in there. And then the shelf up here is Fate of the Jedi. There's another Jaina there. And then Legacy is all in trade. And then there's Legacy 2. And then all of the tales are in these 6 trades here. And then the fiction collection. So this is kind of like supplemental stuff. Or stuff that it's kind of all over the timeline. So I just put it at the end. All right. Now the second half. Or the third half of the collection is the RPGs. Now, a lot of these I don't have in physical form. The Westing Game stuff, I have them all. If I don't have them physically, I have them digitally. Some are printed out, which you'll see soon, but it costs a pretty penny, so I kind of do it in little bursts here. So anyways, trying to get as many out as I can to show you. These are the Galaxy Guides. There's the Alien or Alliance Intelligence Reports. Let's see, there's Dark Force Rising, the Far Orbit Project, which has always interested me. This one's cool. This is about Halagad Ventor, who's in Abel G. Pena Skywalker's. His origin is in here. Kraken's Threat. There's Creatures of the Galaxy. Oh, I have 2 Alliance Intelligence Reports. Do I? Or is it another one? Oh, okay. I have 2 of them. All right, whatever. There's the Game Master's Handbook. There's Imperial Double Cross, Platt Starport Guide. There's the Rebel Alliance movie trilogy. A lot of these I haven't gone through yet. I've said in my goals for on the expanduniverse.com that I really want to go through these a lot more detail than I already have. I've read through some of them, but not all. Here's Han Solo. Dark Empire. Here's the actual core rulebook, or at least the 2nd edition. Now we move on to Wizards of the Coast. Again, similar. I don't have all of these in all of them, just because, again, they're crazy expensive and they're hard to find. So I'm happy with what I do have. Again, my local half-price books will have them at decent price, and sometimes you can find them online for good prices. Power of the Jedi is really good. I've used, like I said in my video for it, I've used this a lot in my EU.com articles. Starships of the Galaxy I was able to find for a really decent price. Apparently that goes for crazy amounts of money. And then here's the 2nd edition of them. And then we get into Fantasy Flight. And that's pretty much it there. Here's a UK, it's a RPG, choose your own adventure kind of thing. But it is told like a story, so I just need to put it here. Probably could shift some things with all the holes I have over there, right? Then we get into guides. Celebrity guidebooks here. There's some more here. This is all Marvel and DC stuff. And then there's some other Star Wars stuff down here that aren't really essential. Like there's some infinities in there, and it's like whatever. Then we come down here. Here is the base game for a Wizards of the Coast thing. Here's some extra books that I have. Like there's the Black Fleet Crisis I took off my shelf once I got the omnibus. There's Yeah, there's an extra sacrifice. What else is in here? Unifying Force. Yeah, more Young Jedi Knights. Some of the adventure game books. I have all the Junior Jedi Knights in paperback, but I've gotten the omnibus, so they're here. They'll probably end up in the attic. Some more guides here and whatnot. And then these are the lightsaber holders. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and then there are these guides here. And then, okay, now we get to, geez, this is not easy to do one-handed. Okay, so go through some binders. I think this is some RPG stuff that I printed out that, yeah, okay, yep, this is Shadows of the Empire. And then there's Truce at Bakura. I think, is it just Truce at Bakura in here? Maybe, I think so. And then more stuff, geez, that I had to print out. I think it's a basis thing. Like I said, I have them all digitally, and I'm working to slowly get them printed, but it's taken some time because it's used a lot of paper and a lot of ink. So let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, you'll see ya. But I think I ended up putting that in one of my collections there, and it's also in the Tales of the New Jedi Order book there. So yeah, that's still here. Here's some more RPG stuff. Yeah, Jedi Academy. I think the D6 conversion for the Wizards of the Coast, Knights of the Old Republic. That's what this is. So you can make it work with the West End game stuff. So that's cool. Oh, Imperial Handbook, some more RPG. Looks like this is all RPG. Dang. I did not realize how much I'd already printed. Okay, well, that's cool. You learned something. I've put these up here, and I've not really done anything with them. So, okay. Oh, yeah, this is the big binder here. Okay, so let's see what's in here. Oh, this is the Evasive Action, or the web strips from, what are they? Spacing on the name. They're on Joe's site. It's the stuff, it's some Dark Time stuff in Clone Wars. I think it's the Evasive Action, but they're web strips. Okay, here's some more, yeah, these are all stories that I had to print out. Yeah, these are a bunch of short, like, digital stuff. I think a lot of the Old Republic MMO short stories are in here. Are they? Yes. Man, this binder's huge. Or it must still be in Dawn of the Jedi. I saw Zesh's name there, so... Jeez Louise, Krilly. What is all these? Oh, yep, like, here's some insider stuff. Secret Journal of Dr. Demagol is in... Oh, okay, here's the Old Republic stuff. The MMO. Yep, so all these are here. So yeah, I always would print them out and put them in here. And what else is in here? Jeez, please. Aaron Lanier, so... Yeah, all these... Yep, more Old Republic. Oh, there's some insider stuff. I didn't have the actual magazine, so it's in here. Dang, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, the Tenebrous Way, but this is in the fiction collection, so I have that now multiple times. Oh yeah, the Prelude to Rebellion. This is the unpublished, like, issue 0 of that. Yeah. Forgot I put that in here. What else is, what is this? Here's an Aayla Secura short story. Dang, like I said, I haven't looked through this in a while, so I forgot what was in here. Oh, the Target stuff, the Target fiction, that's in here. Yep. Here's all the Target. Yep. All the Target fiction. With ads for the, yes, for all the toys. Let's see, what is that? Yep, more of that. There's some other things. Here's more Clone Wars Target. Okay, here's the third Adventures Through Hyperspace that was never published, but I have that in here. And then, oh, okay, here are the Spanish translated Ewoks and Droids comics. Yeah, the color was a pretty penny, but... Oh, here's my Lost City of Tatooine that I have printed because the original issue is hard to find and expensive. But I'm content having it here. There's some more stuff. What else is in here? Yeah, I think that's about it here. It's just all printed stuff that I needed. So, good stuff, Maynard. Again, it's bizarre. Like, you forget that you have these things, and then you find them. And then, yeah, there's like some more guides, visual dictionaries, and whatnot. So, I think that is it, folks. Thank you so much for checking this out. And I hope you got something out of it or enjoyed checking it out. And we will catch you in the next episode of the Star Wars Library.